Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to speak how is it in the life of a network security engineer. There might be a lot of people those who want to make career in the network security and want to know how the network security engineer's job role or how's the profile looks like. Guys, please understand that this is not a fixed routine. It all depends on what all organization you work. You might be working in a small organization, or you might be working on MNCs or the big companies, where there will be a different teams. And in the small companies you have to handle a lot of things together, but in the big organizations there will be a work segregated and you have to do a fixed type of work. But in the small companies you'll be loaded with a lot of work and the tasks, right? So this is not the standard. So this all depends on what of the company size you are working and the rules, and it might vary. But most of the time you'll be doing the same task. So let's move ahead and see how the job of a network security engineer looks like. Once you reach the office or you're working from home, once you log into your laptop, the first thing once you log in is whether you work from office or you work from home. The first thing is you have to, you'll have to do the shift handovers. Mostly the infrastructure projects will be working in the 24 by 7. So you have to, there might be some pending works going on or some ongoing issues. So you have to take the handover from the earlier engineer. So this is the first thing you have to do, right? If there are no handovers, then you will quickly go and check the calendars. You'll quickly look into the calendar, how the daily routine looks like, and then you'll plan your meetings according to the calendar. Now, once you have a quick look on the calendar, you'll have to see the alerts. As you are the firewall engineer, now it's your responsibility how what's the health of the firewall. Now if you see any alerts saying that firewall is down or the unreachable, if you see any alerts with the high CPU memory utilizations, then before the user reports it, you have to quickly, you have to be proactive. You have to check on the firewall, log into the firewall, what's happening, what's not unreachable. You have to reach out to the network team, whether it's ISP issues. So you have to quickly, involve in the alerts before that, you have to quickly act on the alerts so that it doesn't come up as a P1 and P2, right? For the alerts you don't have to log into every firewall and check, right? So you have the lot of monitoring tools like Nagios, SolarWinds, or like what are the tools the company is using. So you can just monitor from the tool. If you feel like there are some issues or you have to proactively take action, then you log in and you go ahead and check the health. And after you look for the alerts, then you have to quickly check in the emails as well. Is there any urgent meetings? So, someone is waiting for a response. You'll quickly have a check on the email. And once you go through the email, then you will also have to check the incident queues. There will be an incident, there will be an incident assigned to the network security queue, whereas then you have to dig more. Whether it's related to network security, then you have to work on the incidents, reach out to the user. Reach out to the user, what's the issue, and also and after you have a quick look on the incidents, you'll also look into the firewall request. Is there any firewall request been open from the users where they need access to the certain servers or some applications? Then you'll have the firewall request as well. So you'll check in the firewall request. If user has not raised the request properly, then you have to reach out to the request, understand what's the requirement, how's the application. Sometimes the users will uh, raise the request saying sometime most some of the time the user will they don't know the application, they don't know how the application works, and they will simply raise the request as saying the any services. So you have to reach out to them and you have to understand, you have to get the exact ports, and then you implement all those firewall rules. And once you have a quick check on the firewall, once you have the quick check on the firewall rules and all, then there might be some troubleshooting call schedules. You might be there might be some the firewall causing issues, or the user believes that this issue is caused due to the firewall. Then in that case you have to include in the troubleshooting call as well. Along with this, depending upon your work profile, you might work in the projects. When I say projects, it's more of like like you have to implement a certain firewall on a site. There is some certain requirement, and then you have to include the business, the local IT, understand the requirement, and you implement it. So, guys, this is how will be a day-to-day routine for the network security engineers. It's not only these things you have to do. It's not the order. It's not the proper order that you do the handover and then you check the calendar. These all things, but depending upon the urgency, you will do the things. You might do the things in the parallel. You're checking the alert. You're checking the email. So, but mostly this is how the day-to-day routine goes on.